Welcome to Board Ghost, a story broadcast with games as the engine.
If living is a highway, then heaven is a bus stop. Been waiting for a minute there, but has it been forever?
We believe you're out there, hungry for stories for shared experiences. We can't see you, can't hear you, yet we will play for you. This night's offering is Fiasco. To learn how we generate stories playing the game of Fiasco, go check out our Fiasco primer. Also, if you have pledged on our Patreon, thank you so much for pledging Patreon people. We have an exclusive reward that is a how to play Fiasco video. And we've been putting out how to plays for the games that we've been doing one at a time over time. But yeah, if you'd like to help collaborate on the show, go check out our Patreon and you can get rewards like that. Our players, before we get into what the game is, myself, John Holt, with me.
Ken Breese.
D. Gailey.
We are going to be playing a fan play set. So it's called Blood and Ropes. The score, blood, sweat, and pain. The steel chair crashes against your back with a thunderous clap, and the crowd roars, signaling you to drop and pretend you're out. As El Diablo turns his back to signal his victory, you make your move. He never sees your finisher coming. The crowd counts along with the referee. 1, 2, 3, and victory is yours. You rise from the mat and raise your new championship belt overhead to an arena gone mad. Professional wrestling is scripted, but it's not fake. The money, fame, and glory are all very real, and the belts still go to those who work the hardest, in the gym, on the microphone, in the ring. But some work, maybe most, the fans will never see. The underhanded backroom deals, the chemicals that performers pump into their bodies, the backstabbing that aren't part of any angle. It takes a lot to get to the top, and a lot of people are fighting for it. So hold your new championship belt high. You earned it. Movie night for these is WWE Raw, WWE SmackDown, Ring of Honor, The Wrestler, No Holds Barred.
No Holds Barred, yes.
Rocky IV, Over the Top, Against the Ropes, Raging Bull, Play It to the Bone. We're going to do this thing. Let's get into making a grid of relationships. We've generated our grid. Why don't we go through our characters and then we'll run down our grid one time. Ken, why don't you start off?
Totally. I am playing Leo All-Hair-American Yeti. Faccetti is my character. He is a face in the wrestling promotion. He's very popular. He needs to get to the top and win, but he's rivals with the person that he stole his sort of gimmick from.
So I am playing the Red Beret, Beater Nick Flowers. He is a make love, not war wrestler.
What?
Who he brings his signature gentle sleeper crush to play. But at the
He plays the bongos on your head.
He's
on your
a
skull.
he's a commie. He's sneaky. You gotta watch him.
Gotta watch him.
You know those artists.
And I'm playing, watch out kids, it's the Candyman. He's a big guy, dark glasses, long brown trench coat, full pockets.
All right, so our grid real quick. We have between Leo, the Yeti, Faccetti, and the Red Beret, Nick Flowers, and in the ring relationship, the biggest heel and the biggest face in the promotion. We also have an object that defines us, the ring setup, a no disqualification retirement match. And then between my character, the Red Beret, Nick Flowers, and Dee's character, the Candyman, we have a back alley relationship, drug dealer and junkie, and the need to raise hell during a public charity event. Then between the Candyman and Yeti Faccetti, there's a rivals gimmick. One has stole the other's gimmick. One had originated it, and one is the thief. And they have a need to get to the top by any means, no matter how bloody or illegal. All right, so that is our grid. We're going to roll right into our Fiasco. Ken, why don't you start with the first scene?
We are in the locker room. It is Leo, Yeti, Faccetti, and the Red Beret. it's like where it's in the morning, like they're getting ready to go, like practice their match, basically, to get stretched and limbered, and they're going to go through some of the stuff that they're going to do. So they're in the locker room, and the Yeti says, I got this. There's too many matches coming up, Nick. I want to do the retirement match with you, but I just gotta the Candyman. He's just Steve. He's sticking in my craw.
Wait,
know?
what's he pulling on you now?
Well, he keeps keeps saying that I'm a phony, and it's getting really personal. And I just want to put him in his place and go out on top. If it's my time to go, I'd rather
But wait,
go out on top.
You guys were running the same circuit. What is he saying? You took his shtick? Is that what he's saying? Or
That's what he's saying. It's not true, but that is what he's saying.
What's it? What is he like? Shave? What was his deal?
I guess he's saying that when I call myself all hair American, that was his thing. I don't know. He does have good looking hair. Don't get me wrong.
I thought that was like Puerto Rican colors he was dyeing his hair.
Me
Is that
too.
why it was
Me
red,
too.
White, and blue dye?
I thought it was more of a Puerto Rican thing. Exactly. So,
So it's like straight up, like
but
all American.
I'm the all hair American in this concern. So that's me. That's the Yeti.
Huh. What do you want from the scene, by the way?
I want the Red Beret to turn against the
Okay.
Candyman. I'm trying to get you on my side.
Yeah, I mean we've been rolling together for a long time.
We got a good thing going, my friend. And I'm telling you, when I retire, we're going to need a new face. And, in the promotion, it could be Nick Flowers. Who knows?
This could be. We'll see.
Who knows?
Let me just say that I got some moves coming that I want to try out.
Oh, yeah?
I'll show you it. It could be. This could be a big thing.
This match, they're going to go wild for this. This is exactly where we want to be.
But are you sure? Are you sure that Steve, old Candy, he's never like done me wrong. He hooks a fella up. He seems like he's on the square, man.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. Don't get me wrong. I've been working with him for a number of years now, but there's just bad blood between us, I think, at this point. And I get the sense that he's got this, he's gunning for me. I think he's really gunning for me. So I need our match to be amazing, because if this is really going to be where I bow out, my back's going. I've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I know it. It starts to wear. That's why. I mean, before I get.
Well, I mean, not on you. You're a miracle man. Like nothing hurts you.
That's why I want to try this new move out. Well, I'll show you it a little later.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
My trainer warned against it, but I'm pretty
how
down to
can he?
try
I
it.
mean, nothing hurts you. I don't know how you bounce back so quickly from all this.
We'll see how it goes.
Must be inborn.
So what's the deal? When are you going up against Candy next, Steve? There.
Well, I think they got Candyman and Yeti scheduled for next show, and they got a match between us scheduled as well, as more as like a getting them ready for it.
Yeah.
The retirement match isn't going to happen, for another few weeks. They've been advertising and pumping it. I don't want to go, but it's been a long career, and the suits are saying that I'm getting a little too old. I don't know if I believe them, and I'd rather stay, but I'd rather go out on top, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm digging being the heel. I may need a new face. You think Candy could be that face?
A face for you? The Candyman? Candyman's a heel, man. I don't know, maybe, but I think you're the face.
I don't know.
How's
How's
the scene go, D? How's the scene go for me?
I think it goes poorly.
Goes poorly
All right.
for me, all right.
No,
I-
like
Because
this
you got the look, you've been in it for a while,
This-
and
this,
who
like-
doesn't love a turnaround?
this hippie commie shtick, like these squares eat it up, And the Candyman, like the kids love him. I mean, he wheels and deals. I think he's got. I don't know. I would groom him. I would. You guys should chat. I don't. Maybe quash your beef and.
All right, well, if you... All right, I'll talk to him, I guess. Fuck, all right. And I will bounce this die to D. Enjoy.
All right, this is it. This is the big retirement match.
Oh, shit. All right.
Night
Already.
All right. Shit.
They've
Okay.
there is no disqualification.
Nope.
This is no holds barred.
Nope.
Madness.
Yep.
The biggest heel, biggest face of this federation squaring off. Already like sweating and panting, blood's on the mat. We got it streaming down from where we've like cut ourselves, and we're gonna do this thing. Candyman's waiting in the wings with a chair. Everything's set. All right.
All right.
The crowd roars as the Red Beret goes, "Oh, hey, Yeti, how's your capitalism working out, brother? Why don't you come here and I'll give you all my money?" "Huh? Why don't you give me all your money too, man? I didn't work for it, but I want it. I'll smoke it all up."
This hair American may live in the forest. He may be a recluse that no one sees unless it's time to wrestle. But he's an all-American hair American. And there's no way that you're getting my hard-earned cash. This is the beauty of America, that even a Yeti from the woods is able to do good in this place. The American dream is alive and well, brothers and sisters. And this Red Beret wants to destroy it. I say nay. Nay to that.
We love you, Yeti.
And like the Yeti.
And then you're cut off as like a hook knocks you down and your hair's grabbed.
Ah!
"I'm going to bring you back to nature, man." And I lift you up over my head and I throw you against the ropes and you bounce back and come at me and we grapple. And the Candyman's in the wings, rushing forward.
So the Candyman, while Leo, the Yeti, and the Red Beret are kind of grappling with each other, the crowd's kind of going wild. Strolling up to the ring comes the Candyman, and he's kind of like the audience sees him first. And he's like pointing out at the audience. He's like throwing out candy, and the Red Beret and Leo are and the Yeti are grappling. He walks up to kind of the announcer's booth and he pulls a chair out from behind it. And the crowd's still booing. The Red Beret and the Yeti are still grappled together. And he's pointing out at the audience, brings the chair up and climbs over the ropes into the ring.
Just as the Red Beret blows some fairy dust in the Yeti's face, and the Yeti's clawing at his face as the Red Beret hooks him in the leg and gets him down and starts to pit, like lords over him, is about to body slam him as the Candyman comes over the ropes with a chair.
All right. And so the Candyman, he's got his chair and he mugs for the audience a little more. There's this kind of the momentous pause where the Red Beret's got the Yeti up, getting ready to slam him down. And then the Candyman brings the chair down over the Red Beret's back. Mugs for the audience again.
Yeah, the Red Beret rolls off.
No!
Yeti leaps up.
Yeti totally leaps up and like looks at Candyman like super
And
confused.
the Red Beret's just holding the back of his head like, "Man, chill out, man. What's up, man?"
The Yeti says, "My cousin is the abominable snowman and he likes candy too." and jump right on the Red Beret, body slamming him, trying to pin him to the
Yeah.
ground.
The two of you actually lift him up in the air.
True.
The Red Beret gives a little like nod, like, "Yeah, we're ready. This is the big trick." As you guys climb the ropes while hoisting him, the two
Yep.
of you up, and are about to jump out of the ring and down and slam him on the ground. And he's like, and you guys are like, are you sure about this one, man? And that's where the Red Beret's like, yeah, I got this. Let's do it. I'm ready. And as you leap into the air, and the Red Beret goes, you sure that's the die you want?
Yes, I do.
The Red Beret
It goes well. It
like-
goes well. I'm sure.
For the motherland, no, man, no, by Stalin's beard, man.
By Stalin's beard.
and you guys pull off a spectacular stunt, and we break the table, and send the announcer sprawling.
The crowd goes wild.
Crowd goes wild, and you two stand back up in the ring and hold the Red Beret's beret in a fist
Trophy-like.
and go, yeah.
USA! USA!
And the announcer comes out and says, "This is it. The Yeti and Candyman. Indomitable. Abominable." Yeah, this is it. The Yeti is, this is everyone's cheering, or standing O for the Yeti.
Yep.
And
Gotta love
the
that
Red
Yeti.
Beret gets up and is dragged off on a stretcher, moaning like, "I'll get you, man."
One of you guys have an idea for the scene? of
Sure,
how
we
this
can set
might
the
have-
scene for you.
Might have.
My idea is that we flash back to
Uh,
before the grudge match that we just had,
Sure.
where the Candyman and the Red Beret are engaging in an illicit trade of some type.
Yeah.
I see.
And maybe even talking about how they want the match to go, possibly, or something like
Yeah.
that.
Okay, so I think maybe it's the Red Beret and the Candyman. Nick and Steve, they're in the hotel room before the match. They're in the
Having some wine coolers.
having some wine coolers. Steve, he kind of like motions to Nick, and he's like, "So you ready? You ready to hit the stuff or what?"
Oh, I'm more than ready, man. Let's do it.
All right, well, I got what you need, but I needed to get some of that cash that we talked about.
Well, all right, look, I have a big pot coming in. It's
Oh.
going to be, if I do well in this charity match we got coming up,
Yeah,
I'm supposed to, I mean, it's supposed to all go to charity, but, they got to pay me. So, I'll get a cut if I do real good there.
Yeah. I heard them talking about that. What charity is that for again? I don't remember.
Shriners.
Yeah, it's these kids who they have this terrible disability where they kind of like their legs get bowed and then sort of paralyzed, and they get like a stony texture, and they look like little shrines. Little
Oh shit!
shrines.
that sounds awful.
Yeah, Shriner's disease, man. It's terrible.
That's horrible, man. All right, man.
And they smell terrible.
Well, man, that all sounds good. We got that retirement match coming up. We got real good things set up for you. So it seems like the boss is there. They're on your side. They're willing to invest a little in you. I think I can wait a little on that payment. So let's hit this stuff, man. Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it.
So they go in the bathroom, start like sniffing it up, getting more and more excited, talking all about this charity match. And then the Candyman, he's getting a little more and more excited thinking about this money and the opportunities that Nick is going to be having in the ring and without. And he's wants to lever to get Nick even further invested in his drugs and his money, because he sees this as like a connection that he wants to keep going. So he says, man, we want to keep that money rolling in. They're going to be doing real good things with you in that DQ match. I say, you talk to the bosses. You get them. Once you get this in there, you get your start. We defeat you. You talk to them and talk to them about getting me up on the bill for the next pay-per-view match that they're setting up.
I don't know, man. That's I mean, I know Yeti's gonna be retiring, but he's gonna have big say in that. You're gonna have to You have to work him too. I mean, I could put in the word, but I don't know, man.
How does it go, D?
I think it's going to go poorly.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not. Okay, pass it. Okay. I'm not. I don't know, man. Look, you and Yeti have history. I can't get in between that. And honestly, like, this stuff's real good to me. You're real good to me. I just gotta. I can't mix business with pleasure. You know that. You know the way it goes, man. I gotta keep a gap. You know.
I don't know, man. You and me, we got this real good relationship. I wouldn't want to do anything to
That's
screw that up.
exactly what I'm saying. I don't want to mess this thing up. This is powerful and sweet relationship we have going on. I wouldn't want to blow it.
Way-oh.
Ken set it up.
So we flash forward to the next match. After the Red Beret and the Yeti have faced off, it is ostensibly a retirement match for the Yeti, but the bosses have surprised the crowd by setting up another match for the Yeti with the Candyman. And so the Candyman and the Yeti are starting to get into the ring together, and they've practiced this, and it's not like this is a surprise or something, but there is a real animosity between them. They don't like each other. The Yeti effectively stole the Candyman's gimmick. The Candyman sort of used to be like Cousin It, like sort of was his vibe, like from the Addams Family, and the Yeti totally stole his like all hair vibe. But the Yeti like turned it into like this Ultimate Warrior, like USA AOK sort of thing. So think of like Teen Wolf. That's how the Yeti is dressed. Like he's in the red, white, and blue, like shorts and headband and like wrist sweatbands and stuff like that, and sneakers. And that's sort of his vibe, is that he's not super bulky. He's a little bit more slim, but he's tall and has broad shoulders, so he looks like a Yeti. At any rate, they're starting to sort of getting ready for them to be announced before they go in. So they're backstage before the match happens. The Yeti says, "This is me going out tonight. You won't have to worry about me anymore. But tonight's my night, and I'm going to go out on top."
Yeah, that's great for you. After all the time you spent ripping off other people's gimmicks, ripping off other people's ideas, now you're gonna get to go down in style. That's just great. I'm so happy for you.
Oh, man, you still banging that old drum, beating that dead horse. I didn't steal shit from you. I can't help it that the crowd likes me more than they like you.
I don't know about all that. I know people remember. People remember my style. They remember the way I used to be. And they see you now, cramping on that. I don't know, man. I just think people will see. People will see who really is the one that's going to come out on top. This might be your match. This might be your time. But I think it'll be obvious who the real winner will be.
Yeah, you keep telling yourself that. Whatever helps you get to sleep at night. But the Yeti, people are going to be talking about the Yeti for years.
Well, man, we talked about let's not discuss what's going to be happening after the match anymore. We talked about there's some real hard moves that we're going to be doing tonight. You
better not fuck it up.
Oh, I'm going to be on top of my game. I don't know. I wouldn't want you to fuck it up. I wouldn't want you to get gun shy about some of those moves that we're going to be doing tonight.
I've been practicing. Don't you worry about me. I know my part. Let's make a good show out there.
I always do.
Yeah, yes. And we go out and like they announce us, and they announce you first, and you come out, and people are cheering you but booing you.
Yeah, they're sort of confused.
Yeah, sort of confused. And
Candyman sort of like
Candyman
leering at everyone, like offering,
because there's still that like
sweets.
sort of like urban tale, urban fantasy about Candyman before it was turned into a movie, and so there's still that sort of like urban legend out there a little bit about Candyman that some people in the wrestling scene know about. And so there is this vibe around you where it's like, is this guy good or is he bad? Or,
He's a definite creepy sort of
definitely creepy horror.
stranger
Yeah.
offering candy to
creepy
everyone.
Stranger.
Yep.
I like that.
Mhm.
John, how does the match go? How does the match go for the Yeti?
It goes well for
The Yeti is able to do some amazing moves, that everything goes correctly and right. By the end of it, the Yeti is able to pin the Candyman and take him down for the count as the crowd roars their pleasure.
We're getting back into the action here. So this is the charity event.
Nice.
They've set up an outdoor ring on the roof of the in the parking lot of the hospital.
Yes.
You have like a small crowd, some bleachers set up. They have some kids looking in from the windows. They have some kids on like specially made like wheelchair stretchers for their like bowed frozen shrine legs. They're all like kind of cheering with limited motion. They're kept like downwind from the other people. A bunch of us wrestlers have been like signing autographs and
Yeah, I'm there. Like a lot of wrestlers were there. The Yeti's there, Red
Yeti's
Beret,
there,
Candyman.
the whole crew. Everyone's
Cannonball
kinda
Jones is there.
Yeah. A lot of big like rollers are here too. A lot of people like there's a famous actor who we will not name for his, whose kid is a known like who has afflicted with Shriner.
Yeah, we'll remain nameless.
So they're there. There's like big rollers. There's a little public. Beret goes, Candy, listen, Steve, this shit is bumming me out. I need a little something. I need to just get through this.
Oh man, I got you. I got
Alright.
you, man.
Don't skimp on me either. I'm good for it. I'm gonna get a cut from this. All right.
Man, when have I ever let you down, brother?
All right. Let's do this thing. So we go back behind the bleachers. You hook a brother up. Come out raging and ready to go.
Bring on those kids!
Yeah. So the Red Beret leaps into the ring, knocks over the announcer, and goes,
Whoa!
"That's right, man." So Red Beret's like lanky, like muscular, but real like long and tall, with fringe on like a leather jacket that he wears
Yes.
over like a bare chest. with
He's
a
like a
chain.
villain from a Dirty Harry movie.
Yeah. He's like Shaggy
Yeah.
meets
Yeah.
I don't know what. And he's got a flower painted on his cheek, but like a red beret and like a communist sickle and hammer on the back of his vest. Like he's a very confused character.
Do you remember the first Police Academy movie with like that one dude who like is the riot like
Yeah.
guy? Like, yeah.
So he jumps in, he knocks over the announcer, he's like, "Hey, peace and love to everybody as long as they submit to Lenin and Marx's teachings, man. Have you read the good book?"
What is a Candyman?
And the Candyman says, "You better knock that off. I've got all American candy to give you, buddy. Come and get some of this footsie roll."
Yes.
Oh, you're American sweat food. So gross, man. I'd rather stand in line for nice, clean, communist bread.
This candy's made with all American corn syrup made from corn from the hardest working farmers right here in the US of A.
Yeah.
You can have fun with your dirt pigs. I have high ideals. Let's do this thing. And we rush each other and start wrestling up a storm. And it's pretty sloppy. Like we're both pretty effed up.
Yeah.
And
You guys are on drugs.
and there's a move where you're supposed to throw me and like I'll kind of like bounce off of the ropes
Mhm.
and then like kind of like half flip down onto my back.
Like lots
and
of
then, like,
acrobatics.
roll. Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is like you go for this throw. How's it gonna go, Ken?
I actually think that this goes well for you guys.
Man, everything's going good.
I know, it's going so good for
All
you.
right. You overthrow, though.
Mhm.
And I go past out the ring and over the heads of some very stunned Shriner kids.
Oh,
They
fuck.
they don't have quite the like mobility
Yeah.
to look up and
Yeah.
follow my arc.
So it's just their eyes.
And they don't see that I just land perfectly.
Nice.
like wild-eyed and go, woo! And just jump over them and then like hop in the ring again and just get back into wrestling.
You just bounce right back in the ring.
It's bedlam. Like people are going wild. Like audience members can't believe that just happened, and they're throwing like chairs and stuff. Like nurses are clapping as like kids' wheelchairs like get out of like aren't being monitored, so they start rolling away. So it's just like bedlam.
Charity event was in the future.
Okay.
I want to flash back to post Yeti and Candyman match.
Okay.
Because that's the outcome of that event was not what was previously
True.
planned out.
Exactly.
Originally,
True.
the Yeti was supposed to go down. This was his time to fall.
Supposed to be his time to fall.
Candyman was supposed to be rising up. And so Steve, the Candyman, is really not happy about that. He feels upset enough that he's going to confront the Yeti. And so I think this is in the locker room directly after the fight. You know, the Candyman kind of left first because the victor had to stay and take the spoils of the crowds and the cheers. So he's been steaming around in this locker room for a while. The Yeti comes in. Yep. And as soon as
high-fiving other people, like totally getting some props from other wrestlers.
And so Steve slams his fist into the lockers, and he comes up to the Yeti, and he jabs him in the chest with his fist, and he says, "What the fuck, Leo? What the fuck was that?"
And he says, "I'm sorry, man. The crowd was calling for it. Can't turn against the crowd."
"That's not what we talked about, man. That was supposed to be your time. It's my time now."
"I don't think it is your time, Steve. I think it's Nick's time."
"I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't know what kind of game you're playing." He pushes the Yeti, and he says, "But you better fucking watch your back, man."
The Yeti pushes him back. He's like getting into it. He's like, "Back the fuck off, man. You ain't got the chops or the talent to take the face of this promotion. Nick, he's got the talent, man. He's got the face. You better back off if you know what's good for you, if you want to keep your job here."
"I don't think you know what you're talking about, man. That kid, he's a fucking junkie. I've got him on the end of a leash. I can do what I want with him anytime. But you better watch out, man, because I am coming for you. And you can do whatever you want in the ring, but outside the ring, you better sleep with one eye open, because I am always watching."
That's when I punch you in the face.
There we go.
Or I am about to punch you in the
It's gonna
face.
go good now.
But it goes good for you.
All right, so
Yeah, I deck you. I deck you.
Steve, he takes the punch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he is fueled up on adrenaline.
And
He's-
Coke.
And Coke. So he doesn't even feel it.
Nope.
He reaches out and grabs a folding chair
Yeah.
in the locker room.
Yep.
And as the Yeti is sort of stumbling from the punch, Steve takes the folding chair and smashes it full force across Leo's face.
Oh, and like breaking his nose and like totally fucking up
Squirting
his face.
blood
Yeah,
everywhere.
Squirting blood.
And this just like drives him gives him even more of a pump. He's like, "Yeah!"
Oh, and yeah, I think the Yeti sort of drops to his knees at that point.
And overcome with cocaine rage, Steve proceeds to continue pummeling him.
beat him,
Yeah,
beat
but-
him into
beat him.
submission.
Like you get pulled. You
get pulled
back.
apart
There's, like,
pretty
takes,
quickly.
Like
Yeah.
3
Yeah.
or 4 guys
Yeah.
to pull you off of him.
And Steve is just screaming incoherently, like, "That's what you get! That's what you get!"
Don't steal my gimmick.
All right, so we're gonna roll for tilt now. We've finished our first act, and we're gonna go to tilt. We've generated our tilt. We have mayhem, misdirected passion, and tragedy. Pain followed by confusion. We interrupt our story here, and we'll resume in our next communique. I was one of your players, John Holt. You can find me on Twitter at Lord Joho and on Instagram at board_ghost. You can find my recommendation review podcast, New to You Show, at newtoyoushow.com. And you can find my book club where we poke the bare soul of our inner goth at Wound and Stab, woundandstab.com. Ken, where can people find you?
You can find me, Ken Breese, all over the interwebs at berlingsbeard.com, BERLINGS. I'm also on Twitter, on Instagram. I do a Twitch D&D game. Check it out, which is super fun. You can also hire me to run your D&D games. I'm a concierge DM in the New York City area. Check me out, berlingsbeard.com.
All right, D, yourself?
And I'm D. Gailey. You can follow me on Twitter at MixNerd, MXNURD, if you want to see tweets about games and queer stuff and queer game stuff.
Awesome. To learn more about the players and engine in our story, visit boardghost.com. If you'd like to help collaborate in making the show, you can make a financial collaboration by going to patreon.com/boardghost, and you'll be able to access things like wallpaper size art from the weird art that we do for the show, and if at certain levels, videos of how to plays, and even getting the full episode, like the full story, the week that the first half drops instead of having to wait another week for the full story. So again, we thank all of our patrons, and if you cannot collaborate financially, what you can do to really help is spread the word. Let people know about the show. Let people know about these games. The more feedback we get about the games and the more people we know are listening, the better and better we can make the show. You can attempt to pierce the veil and contact us at Board Ghost World on Twitter. Shout out through the ether if you have desires we can fulfill. Leave reviews and comments on iTunes, your preferred listening portal. Take a moment to subscribe so you don't miss out on the latest episodes. We'd like to thank Pat Couples for our theme song and interlude music. You can find more about Pat at patcouples.tumblr.com or on his band's website, hotelsandhighways.com. If you're not alone in the void, share our stories. The more they are consumed, the truer they become.
Dying, don't agree with me.